Good morning. Welcome to ABC 123 Trader. Today is, it's 11/17, so October 17th, 2021. And let's start taking a look at the futures today. So all forms of trading carry a high level of risk, so you should, sorry about this. I'm brain hiccuping here. All forms of trading carry a high level of risk, so you should only speculate with money you can afford to lose. You can lose more than your initial deposit in the stake. Please ensure your chosen method matches your investment objectives. Familiarize yourself with the risks involved, and if necessary, seek independent advice. U.S. government required disclaimer: Commodity Futures Trading Commission. Trading financial instruments of any kind, including options, futures, and security, have large potential rewards, but also large potential risks. You must be aware of the risk and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the options, futures, and stock markets. Do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Okay, now let's get into it. Where am I today? Alrighty, good morning, everybody. This is Mr. Mike here. Just close that off there. And I've been getting some emails. I actually haven't been trading that much at all since I've been down here. It's been terrible. I should be trading more, but I've been really busy here this past month, trying to get a lot of things done here. So I was just reading my emails saying where were you, etc., and all that. But so I decided to show you, because a lot of people are saying, well, I trade ES, I trade YM, I trade NQ. I want to just show you different methodologies, what you can look for, try to analyze the markets in a sense, and then go from there. Okay? So the very first thing I'm going to do is let's get into, let me just transition to the other screen here. Let's look at the daily chart. Of course, I always say daily chart to see exactly what's happening. And I already made the resistance levels for the NQ, but we're going to trade a little differently here. I might be trading 3 charts. So we're going to find out exactly what's going to happen. We know that we have about a day left in the sell phase, and we actually had a really good sell-off. And maybe we might pop up and continue back to the original zone before it continues. We don't know. So we're seeing a doji candle look like I have been trading well. So yeah, it's been a really good return. So we got the doji, good punch here. We'll see if there's a lot of resistance. It's very tight. When it's really, when you see tight bars, that means there's going to be some play action happening. Okay. Now let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart, same thing. How many hours has it been in consolidation? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Basically, overnight session looks like it's all consolidated, really tight. So they're pushing before the pop. We're going to find out there. We'll take a look at what the trade map says for the NQ. And the trade map on the NQ is there any long runners? So maybe 10:15 might be my first trade for today on NQ. And the reason why I'm doing it this way today, just to show you, perfect. The reason why I'm doing it this way today is I've been showing a lot of trades right at open. And if you don't have the experience of open trading, it can be really tough. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to transition into 3 different charts, 3 different kind of methodologies. NQ, extreme volatility, a lot of whiplash. Then you have really slow of the ES, which you can take your time. And then I'm going to also do the YM. Now, what I did before I started off, I was just trying to set up the charts a little bit earlier for once. I just created an oval right here. The reason why I created the oval is because I think, is it this chart or the other one? We'll find out right away here. Yeah, it looks like she wants to pop. But this is the area where I'm hopefully that it might just do a quick sell-off, buy in, and continue up if it goes that direction. That's what that oval's for. And I think I put it on the region because this is the deep retracement, and we're getting to that sweet spot, but it's not this chart, guys. Okay. Now I'm going to transition into. Let me just see here if it's this other chart. Oh, maybe it is. We'll find out here. Okay. And so basically on this chart, I only have 2 charts. There we go. Let me see here if it's this one. No, not that one either. Okay, so I'm gonna put it back to the yes. So basically what I have is a YM chart here. I put it to 3 seconds this time because I gotta look at multiple charts. And then I'm watching the ES on this one. And so as you can see, it's been range bound quite a bit. It hasn't really done anything all night, just very, very 48 tick tight range. YM as well is very, very tight, as you can see. And with the YM, you know what I'm going to do is I'm also going to add one more indicator for myself. I'm going to put, instead of, I'll put tick zones. This will be a little easier to read. Let's see here if it's going to work properly. I just got to make sure it works properly here. Yeah, okay. There we go. Now we know. So as you can see, we've been really, it's been dropping. We had that big push up to the top of the zone. Let me see here. Let's go to, how many minutes before open? 3 minutes before open. Let's just go to 5 minutes, see where the high and low is. So we'll create a region here for the high, so we know where we are. We have double bottom here, and then yesterday's bottom down here. We know it's a market maker right here, so we'll put a market maker right there. Those are the areas we're going to look for, and now let's go back to 3 seconds here. There we go. So now we know where the spots are. So when this thing starts going, when it starts moving, we will know from this point, and these are our entry and exit lines. So for shorting, we're still above, so I won't short on this. If it was breaking this zone, then I'll start following it. These are our trade entry areas, okay? And we are good to go. So basically what I'm going to be doing is, and I'm going to show you one more chart, and I'm going to move it across, because that's the chart we're going to be looking for. Oh, I can close that one now. Don't need that chart. Don't need too many. I'm going to open this one up. I'll just get it set up for you guys here. We'll find out if it takes too much data. If not, I'll have to start shutting down charts here. Perfect. Okay, we're good to go. Switch that down a bit. Actually, I can switch this down more. There we go. I'm doing that body phase. Okay. She is screaming today, my laptop. We'll see if there's too much data or not. And then what I'm going to do is I'll double verify. What I need is time in sales, so I can make sure she's working good here. Okay. Now we're starting up here. Now we're at market open. Okay, so what I'm going to show you, this thing is moving away, this transition. So what we're going to do is we're going to see if this thing holds, if not we're going to short. So I'm going to sell market right now.
Order filled.
And hopefully we can get down. And I'll look at my time in sales. Make sure. This is our shorting spot right here. And as you can see, they're going to start pushing down, and what we can do, hopefully get to that zone there.
Order submitted.
Yes, they're fighting down right now. So let them fight. 12, 11. Six, 5, perfect. And then what I'm gonna do is, because I'm watching time of sales fly through,
Order filled.
where are we? $215 for the first few minutes here. So we are at 9:32, 2 minutes in. And the reason why I took this initial trade, the initial trade is because this box here is my for selling box. And the reason why is it actually failed the box, so we know it will come back to the zone for a pull down. Even though it's showing that our targets are this way, we broke the level. So what I want to do is I want to see if it comes down and starts getting into a rhythm. So I've actually done the NASDAQ for a while. And so the NASDAQ trade now is right if it gets into this sweet zone here, right here, okay? So we made $200, we got into that sweet zone. We're gonna see if they're gonna break down. They're vibrating quite a bit. And now what I can do, I might not actually even trade anymore, but we'll find out. And then we will transition. This one here. I'll keep on watching this. They're going to vibrate for a while. And now what I'm looking for is, because we are doing a sell-off right now, and ES is just really slow right now. We haven't even broke yet, so we're going to let them play for a while. And here they're holding as well. We know at 9, let me see where it was. Chart, not that chart. What was our move on this for the NQ? So 934, we're already bottoming out. So we got to find out 934, 935 if the reversal is going to be a snapback. Right now, because this bar is red, we're selling, but it's holding. You can tell they're just grouping up. So we might not even have a trade until she starts bouncing. So there's nothing going to happen. This bar is, it just barely just turned red, but it's not good enough. Same right here, you can see a lot of buying and selling, and if you look at your delta, it's just ugly. I don't want to play in this level. I don't want to play in this level. She's just bouncing. There's no rhythm. And then now, if we go back, and if you're looking at the NQ again, look at this. We're just vibrating. You don't want to play in this game. We're waiting for 934 to see what happens for the NASDAQ because it's more volatile, guys. We're already up $200, and we wanted to wait. I wanted to see, we got to $1,300 or whatever, but we know there was a lot of resistance here. And the resistance is because, let's go to, see, we're actually in a day trend long possibility, but it's really, really tough. So we don't really want to play this game. I would rather see it get way down here because of the tight range. Now, if we look also on the NASDAQ side, see how they're just playing in the cloud here? It's really ugly. And where are we on this one here? So let's see what our trade map is showing so far. Playing games. Back and forth. See, would have got destroyed if we held in. Now we got to see if this is going to start breaking through, because now we're above, but look at this, back, forth, back, forth, back, forth, they're playing. Now let's start taking a look at the ES transition. So on the ES, we're almost ready to break. See, they're playing games right now. But if you look at YM and ES, we don't want to be in this game. We've got to see some movement and a pullback. Okay, now we have a pullback, and so what I can do is a sell breakout.
Order submitted.
So what I'm going to do is probably 2 contracts for 4 ticks, so that's 8 ticks. Hopefully we can get 8 ticks here. Because we got from 87 to 84, so it's only a 3-point move, but we're only going for
Order
1
filled.
point. So hopefully we can get $100 here. One more tick. Now this is moving down too. Now what we can do is, hopefully we can get our 2 points here. Well, let's see if it goes farther down. It'll give us some time for that one. That's our first pullback on this one. So we've got a nice red pullback. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell the market.
Order
here.
filled.
And because we're right in this zone, we should be able to get a continuation on this one. This one will take a little while. We're still playing on this zone here, so we're okay. So we're at 77.75. We can get to the bottom of the swing here. We made a few dollars on this zone. This is still dojied out. Even if we get 50 bucks here, 75 bucks, she's not playing the way we like it. We can close this really quickly.
Order filled.
Close out to break even. Basically, that's not moving the way I want it until she starts punching again. Hopefully they're stop playing this game. We can get $50 here. It should pop down a couple of ticks here. They're just playing. We at 9:44, we might get our move here. So in a few minutes. One more tick. 75, come on, 50. 75, 100. Oh, did I do more than 4 ticks on this?
Order filled.
That's okay, we're at 260 now. Let's get our 4 ticks here. Just wasn't moving fast enough here. So now on this zone here, we're getting into the cloud. We don't want to play in the cloud. This thing is just moving way too slowly. We're not getting any more momentum, so I'm not even going to worry about it. So basically, now we wait. We're going to see if this thing transitions to a buy phase, which I still think it possibly could be a sell. This is actually a selling opportunity right in the zone here, but we have to see if she just fires right up. If she fires right up, this is a dead move, and this is following the same pattern. So we're just going to watch and see. Now, if we go to this zone, see how ugly this is? We made our just few points right in the beginning. 934 signal, we want to see if it was a snapback. But look at this, it's just choppy. This map shows it's choppy. So at 9:44, we're going to see if there's going to be an impulse move. Okay? Let's see, from that initial buy that we had in this zone, we would have still been okay. Now it needs to break down, but we want to get to this level here. But I don't want to play the game. Until this thing gets a nice rhythm pattern, because this is only the first 5 minutes, I don't care right now. And so we've still been playing within that zone from 86. We had deep retracement here. This actually went into a buy phase. So we're going to see if they're going to whip down, but we need to break this level here. As soon as we break that level, then I'll feel a little bit more confident. The other thing that we can do is let's take a look on this zone. And I'm going to move this for a second. Am I on the right chart? There we go. I'm just going to move this over for a second. So this is your NASDAQ. See, there's nothing fun to play with. Actually, I might be done for today. 260, I would rather have 3, but you know what? I wanted to teach you different things. So as you can see, NASDAQ is quite flat. Right here, see? Really flat. And then here, they're still playing, nothing happening. Because we're 1 day before the transition here. So, and then I'll move this one back here. This is the 1 second, 3 second chart. There we go. So let's see if they're just playing this game for deep retracement. If she actually turns from here, no, I'm not going to bind until we're out of this cloud here. And let's put it back to the ES. See nothing on the ES, so I don't care. Other than that, we're just waiting. There's the trade opportunities on these are way up here. If it does come back in, there hasn't been a really deep retracement. This played all night. So there hasn't been any big momentum, and you got to realize 127, 141, and 161 extension is there, and we're just crap. That's trading 3 charts. So what I'm looking for is, let's see if that breaks actually, and let's see if this map changes. No, the map's not changing. You need to break out of this cloud here before I can buy in. They're just playing games right now. That moves 1 bounce. It needs to break this bounce, come back down. Yeah, we don't have anything yet. This is still negative. We have a lot of resistance. Where's our zone of interest? If it does really go, then we can get up to there, but, and Nasdaq's flat. Yeah, I'm shutting her down. 15 minutes in there, 260 is fine, minus whatever the commissions. Other than that, if you have any questions, feel free to email me at abc123trader, but nothing's happening, so I'm going to take the day off now. I already have a couple $100 in the account. Take care, bye.